Woodmead, Johannesburg, 20th of November, 2022. At 12:30 a.m., a hail of bullets rained down on the intersection of Woodland Drive. A white Mercedes-Benz stopped in the middle of the road, its windows shattered and its body riddled with bullet holes. Inside the car, DJ Somebody's lifeless body collapsed. His two bodyguards also died. Police confirmed that 48 shots were fired from semi-automatic weapons. There was no warning. There was no chance of resistance. This was no ordinary robbery. This was a cold-blooded mafia-style execution. This was more than just a nighttime shooting. Behind the 48 bullets was an underground criminal network, unpaid debts and secrets that have never been made public. Stay tuned as we unravel the entire case that has rocked the South African entertainment industry. DJ Somebody's real name is Upa John Sofoka. DJ Somebody was born in Limpopo Province, South Africa. He started his musical career at a very early age and studied at Tshwane University of Technology, but did not complete the program. Despite not coming from a wealthy background, DJ Somebody quickly established a foothold in the South African music scene, thanks to his talent and determination. He is widely known for his amapiano style of music and notable songs such as Mona Tempolaye, Iyamemeza, and Ayepiep. These hits not only rocked the local music scene, but also helped him become one of the household names in the South African entertainment industry. Not only a DJ, he's also a successful businessman, owning a chain of restaurants, clubs, and entertainment events under the brand name Ayepiep. Besides his artistic career, DJ Somebody is famous for being a private person, but has many extensive relationships in both the artistic and business world. Some sources have suggested that he had connections with influential underworld figures, although he was never formally charged or investigated before his murder. DJ Somebody is known by the community as hardworking, outspoken, ambitious, and always looking to expand his empire beyond music. It is this combination of fame, money, and special connections that makes the name Upa Sofoka both admirable and curious, and possibly a target in a world that is not simple. Unlike many artists who only work in the music industry, DJ Somebody soon expanded his business into the nightlife industry. He is the co-founder of Ayepiep Lifestyle, a popular chain of restaurants and bars in Pretoria and Capetown. Ayepiep is not only a destination for artists and celebrities, but also a hangout for many famous businessmen in the upper-class Black community. According to investigative reports released in 2025 as part of the DJ Somebody murder case, authorities began to scrutinize his past relationships, particularly with Kadiso Ketimoleffe, a businessman accused of leading a drug trafficking network. Police suspect that DJ Somebody may have been indirectly or unwittingly involved in a drug shipment seized by KwaZulu-Natal police, leading to hidden conflicts with forces within the organized crime world. Although DJ Somebody was never convicted or prosecuted for drug-related crimes, some evidence collected after his murder suggested suspicious money transfers, as well as indirect contact with individuals currently under criminal investigation. In it, investigators traced phone and WhatsApp communications between his murder suspects and the wider network, including Kadiso Molefe. These connections not only raise questions about the extent of DJ Somebody's involvement, but also shows a shady relationship between the entertainment industry and the underworld, where fame and money are sometimes not enough to protect a person from being purged. From his early days releasing tracks like Mona Tempolaye, Iyamemeza, or Ayepiep, DJ Somebody quickly rose to the ranks of top amapiano artists in South Africa. Not only is he a DJ and music producer, he is also a shrewd businessman, owns a chain of famous restaurants and nightclubs such as the Ayepiep Lifestyle Lounge in Pretoria and later Capetown. He regularly appears with celebrities, politicians, and influential businessmen. The image of DJ Somebody at lavish events, luxury cars, expensive watches, and surrounded by bodyguards has become a symbol of a new class of successful artists in South Africa. According to local media, his fortune in 2022 is estimated to be in the tens of millions of rand, with his main source of income coming from music, entertainment events, and business investments. However, behind the glamour were signs of quiet cracks. Several articles mentioned that DJ Somebody had unusual connections with the underground business world, including Kadiso Molefe, who was later charged with being behind his murder. Additionally, entertainment industry sources said he had been experiencing severe financial stress, linked to a multi-million rand debt after a mysterious shipment went missing in a drug smuggling ring in KwaZulu-Natal. Although there is no direct evidence that DJ Somebody is involved in illegal activities, his unusual silence about his business relationships has raised many questions, Particularly after his murder, investigators traced his finances and communications, revealing unexplained cash outflows and potentially risky underworld connections that he may not have had control over. By 2022, DJ Somebody had become one of the most prominent artists in the Amapiano music scene in South Africa. However, behind the halo are risky relationships. According to investigative documents released to the Alexandra Criminal High Court in August 2025, Kadisoke T. Molefe, a businessman and suspected drug lord who ran his own network in Gauteng, allegedly planned to remove DJ Somebody following a serious internal dispute. The dispute stemmed from a missing drug shipment, believed to be worth millions of rand, during a police raid in KwaZulu-Natal. Based on testimony and evidence gathered, Molefe believes DJ Somebody was directly or indirectly involved in the incident, although the DJ himself has never been formally charged or named in any previous drug investigation. Police allege that in the smuggling world, the loss of goods is a serious event that can have serious consequences, including violent retaliation. Investigators from the Political Killings Task Team pointed out that after the incident, Molefe began secretly communicating with a group of assassins with whom he had previously collaborated in other purges. In court documents, a series of WhatsApp messages were cited, sent between the main suspects in the case, including Michael Pooltow, Tigo Floyd Mabusela, and Musa Kakana. The messages do not name DJ Somebody but use phrases such as target set, waiting for final confirmation, and preparing goods. Based on the timing and content of the conversations, investigators believe this was preparation for a pre-planned attack. Additionally, bank data collated by financial investigators showed that, in the 72 hours before the shooting, there were several transfers from accounts linked to Molefe to accounts held by relatives or friends of the suspects, totaling around 320,000 rand, some of which was withdrawn in cash shortly after receipt. Police also tracked down a key element, the weapon the group mentioned in the recordings and messages, specifically a semi-automatic AK-47. It has been identified as the murder weapon in at least 3 other murders, including the murders of DJ Ventos, engineer Armand Swart, and a victim named Don Tindlini. These cases are characterized by brutality, the use of rapid fire, and the absence of trace of weapons. The fact that the same gun appeared in multiple organized killings not only adds to Molefe's profile, but also shows a pattern of professional action, had a clear scenario, and was a typical sign of contract killing. By late 2022, as tensions between Molefe and DJ Somebody escalated, investigators believed the decision was made to strike. From the chats, money transfers, and weapon selection, everything suggests a covert purge plan is underway, even though DJ Somebody has no idea he's been targeted. In the early morning hours of November 20th, 2022, at around 12:30 a.m., DJ Somebody, real name Upa John Sefoka, was on his way to a performance event in Rosebank, Johannesburg. He was traveling in a white Mercedes-Benz SUV, accompanied by 2 bodyguards, Sibusiso Mokoena and Sandile Mieza, when the car was suddenly ambushed at the intersection of Woodmead Drive and Woodlands Drive. According to a report from the Johannesburg Metro Police and investigations from the Political Killings Task Team, an armed group was waiting near the intersection. When DJ Somebody's car stopped at a red light, the group fired shots into the front of the car, the side door, and the windshield. A total of 48 shots were fired, including semi-automatic AK-47s and Glock pistols. Police confirmed that at least 32 AK-47 shell casings were recovered at the scene. DJ Somebody's body was found slumped in the driver's seat, shot multiple times in the chest and head. The 2 bodyguards sitting in the front and back of the car also died on the spot, without a chance to fight back. The car was heavily damaged, with shattered windows and bullet holes all over the body from front to back. A nearby business security camera captured the moment the shooting occurred, although the perpetrator's face was not clearly visible due to darkness and limited angle. But the sound from the video was described as like gunfire in a war. The video was later authenticated by News 24 and posted with a graphic content warning, attracting millions of views in just a few days. Witnesses living in a nearby residential area reported that they were awakened by a series of explosions lasting about 15 to 20 seconds, followed by the sound of a car revving its engine and leaving the scene at high speed. "I have never heard such a horrible sound," said a night shift security guard in the building opposite. "It was not looting, it was an execution." Police cordoned off the scene overnight, using high-powered headlights to search the area for bullets and traces. Forensic experts later confirmed that several bullets had penetrated the seats, doors, and front of the car, indicating that the killer had a clear purpose: to destroy everyone inside the car, leaving no survivors. The Mercedes-Benz was then sent for examination, becoming one of the most important pieces of evidence in the case file. Investigators determined that this type of attack bore the hallmarks of contract killing, a professional, quick, brutal, and decisive act. DJ Somebody's death not only shocked the entertainment world, but also raised big questions about the extent of the connection between the entertainment world and organized crime, which is often hidden behind the spotlight and lavish parties. After nearly 2 years of investigation, in July 2025, South African police officially announced the arrest of 4 main suspects in the assassination of DJ Somebody. Those arrested include Katiso KT Molefe, who is believed to have ordered the shooting, along with Michael Poole Tau, Tigo Floyd Mabusela, and Musa Kakana, who are accused of carrying out the shooting. The arrests were the result of an extensive investigation conducted jointly by the Political Killings Task Team and the Gauteng Priority Crime Unit. These units collected and analyzed thousands of electronic data, financial transactions, and location records over 18 months to reconstruct the entire path, plan, and actions of the suspects. At the first hearing in the Alexandra Criminal Court, the prosecutor presented a series of key evidence, including WhatsApp messages. Message chains between the suspects before and after the murder show direction, confirmation of actions, and requests for payment. Some messages sent after the case read, "Dealing with it, waiting for the rest." Bank transactions. Funds worth hundreds of thousands of rand were transferred from accounts linked to Molefe to the accounts of relatives or intermediaries of the hit group just days before and after the incident. Firearms analysis. The weapon used, a semi-automatic AK-47, has been identified as having been used in at least 3 other murders, indicating signs of an organized murder network. Cell phone location data. A comparison of signals from cell phone towers shows that the suspects were in the Woodmead area at the exact time of the murder. There were also traces of going to the hideout and meeting between the parties before. The prosecution stressed that Katiso Molefe was an extremely dangerous person, with large assets and extensive connections in the business community and even the local police. This makes him highly likely to abscond or interfere with the investigation if released on bail. At the first hearing, Molefe's bail application was rejected. The judge found that the defendant not only had a clear motive, but also part of an organized crime network, well equipped to intimidate witnesses, destroy evidence, or flee South Africa if released. Given the scale and seriousness of the case, all 4 suspects were detained pending trial, facing charges including murder, conspiracy to commit murder, illegal possession of weapons, and participating in an organized criminal organization. The sudden and brutal death of DJ Somebody in November 2022 not only shook the South African entertainment industry, but also sent shockwaves through the fan community, media, and music industry. In the days following the assassination, a series of memorials were held across major cities such as Johannesburg, Pretoria, and Cape Town, featuring many prominent amapiano and house music artists. DJ Somebody's family, especially his mother and brother, spoke out demanding that the police reveal the full truth about those behind the murder, while criticizing the widespread organized crime in society. In interviews, relatives described DJ Somebody as hardworking, ambitious, and family-oriented, denying any allegations of illegal activity. The Ayep lifestyle business empire he co-founded quickly fell into crisis. Operations were suspended, employees were laid off en masse, and the brand's reputation was severely damaged. An Ayep branch in Cape Town had to temporarily close due to security threats. Investors who had been associated with DJ Somebody also gradually withdrew amid many questions about his finances and partnerships. On the other hand, domestic media began to investigate more deeply into the connection between the artist community and the underground world, especially how money, influence, and social relationships can be exploited for criminal purposes. Many television programs have open forums asking the question, is the entertainment industry being controlled by underground forces? The death of DJ Somebody, an artist who once represented an image of success, luxury, and inspiration, left a chilling message. In a world where reputation comes with risk, sometimes a deadly deal is just a phone call away. As of August 2025, Katiso KT Molefe and 3 other suspects, Michael Poole Tau, Tigo Floyd Mabusela, and Musa Kakana, remain in custody without bail. All face serious charges including premeditated murder, conspiracy to commit murder, illegal possession of weapons, and participating in the activities of an organized criminal organization. At the preliminary hearings held at the Alexandra Criminal Court, the prosecution repeatedly objected to the granting of bail to the defendants. The reasons given were the level of danger of the suspects, their ability to influence witnesses, and especially their ability to flee South Africa using money or false passports. As for Molefe, the prosecutor called him a powerful individual in the shadows, capable of manipulating the links of the system if released. The court agreed with this assessment and rejected the entire bail application, emphasizing that this was not an ordinary criminal case, but an organized purgatory murder, typical of internal handling within a criminal network. Communities need to be protected from individuals who are capable of using violence to silence and control, the judge asserted. The formal trial in the DJ Somebody murder case is expected to begin in the last quarter of 2025, with key witnesses, forensic experts, and a special investigative team present. This is considered one of the most closely watched trials in South Africa in recent years because it not only involves the entertainment industry, but also exposes the activities of a large-scale network of hired killers operating quietly in society. Fame, money, and success cannot protect you from the underworld. DJ Somebody, a talented artist, an aspiring businessman, did not collapse on stage, but collapsed in the middle of the street because of ties that the public has never seen. In a world where music and violence can coexist, where a missing shipment is enough to end a life, silence is sometimes more dangerous than words. DJ Somebody fell victim to a cold-blooded execution planned in the dark. Crime doesn't need much of a reason. All it takes is a wrong name and a timely phone call, and it can all be over. This case not only exposed a network of professional killers for hire, but also raised questions for the whole society. Is the entertainment industry really safe? How many other artists are also living in the vortex between the spotlight and the darkness behind? What do you think of this case? Was it an isolated incident or the tip of a long simmering underworld? Leave a comment below. We'd love to hear your thoughts.